Hello, Parsons students. This is Marcos, and this is our week 14 going to week 15 weekly briefing as we're getting very close to the end of our semester and the end of our class. We're winding down and we have our audiovisual books now that we're heading to the finish line for as we work towards wrapping up our art direction and our illustration adaptations and our script allocations, and then we move into the production phase. I just wanted to give a quick overview. We talked about this in class. There were a few of you not there, so I'm just making this recording for those who need a reminder of what's going on. But here's a quick review of the week. We've ended week 14, we're entering week 15, and this is where our part 3 production, our last phase of the audiovisual book, where we put together a working mock-up that ends up being an MP4 that has your app, a mock-up of your app in motion with sound, working as a prototype by simply hitting play on an MP4. So we'll be working on that, and then we'll be meeting in class next week to get briefed on the final, to look at those MP4s and to get briefed on the final reviews in our last week of class. So as we move forward, just want to let you know that this next phase is going to utilize Figma, and we're going to be working to make a working prototype that has the motion effects and incorporates everything within our design for our app. And I've had JC, our intern, work on making this Figma template as seen here on the screen in the Canvas assignment brief. And the idea is that you will be utilizing this Figma template and then saving it as your own file, replacing your images, adding another page, deleting page, depending on how many pages you have, but basically taking this one where she's used an example of a past book, take out those images and remake it to be yours. And JC has made a movie tutorial version. When in class we talked about a PDF. She's done an updated version. She's slightly updated the Figma template a bit. It might be different from if you saw it on Thursday or Friday. And please check that out. There's a link here in the Canvas, and I'll also email and Slack everybody that link. So basically, I'm asking everyone to utilize your skill sets in motion graphics and the utilization of Figma for mockup. And if you have questions, I'll provide you with JC's email, and then I drafted Malvika at class as our unofficial tutor, and hopefully she's good with that. But she can also help too if you want to reach out to her directly. But I have a feeling everyone's pretty well versed in this kind of thing, and that I'm the only one who has no clue how to make this. So I'm hoping that this will go smoothly and everyone will be able to work on both uploading your images and figuring out the best way to move the image to scroll across, to zoom in. And as we talked about in class, I don't want you to feel stuck with my conservative, slow moving ideas. If there's something that it would make sense to be different and to change quickly, of course I'm open to that. And I just want to set the foundation for this being a nice audio experience that utilizes the beauty of your images and doesn't rely on crazy effects or dynamic, innovative, jaw-dropping ways of moving imagery around. So please be innovative. Bring your own special way of doing things. Utilize your skill sets in the best way possible. Surprise me up the game for this, so that we end up with some great examples of how to do this in a way that's both calming and relaxing and listening oriented, but also has really cool ways of utilizing visuals across the screen. So reminder to output your MP4s, put it in your presentation so that you have a full presentation, and then have a working MP4. You probably want to do Google Slides or PowerPoint if you want, but so that you can have everything in a presentation. You're going to need to have it converted for your finals. So you might as well start doing that now, but upload that to a Google Drive. And also, if you go to the class resources folder in the Google Drive, I think you can see it right down here, second to the last one. You can then click into this Dirt Audiovisual Book Mockup Tutorials folder, and here you'll see there's a MP4 that has JC explaining how to use Anima, which is a plugin that goes into Figma. And also she's written a few things in this Google Docs, some text for you to read. So look at those things, and hopefully everything will make sense. Here's what the new template looks like. And a reminder that you're gonna need to be putting in, putting in your title, the author, if it's you, or the author's name, and then the designer, illustrator, and then also in this you need to have the narrator, if it's you or if it's a friend or if it's a couple of people. And then below that, you're gonna have a short summary of your story and what it's about, kind of a teaser, so that if somebody reads that, they'll kind of know what the story is about without any spoilers. And then when you do the narration, make sure that you open it up in the proper way, like the way we have a title page. You open up and you say the name of your title, you give the credits to who the designer or the illustrator is, and you also credit the narrators. And then at the end, I'd like you to repeat that again. So you finish your book, you finish a story, and then end with, in the same way you began, by saying the title, saying the illustrator, and saying the narrator. That way we have a proper beginning and a proper end to your audiovisual experience. So there's that. And then this is what the movie looks like, where JC talks through how to utilize the motion in the best way possible. There's still this print version, but it's maybe a little bit outdated, but it's there too to help you if you need. And then also remember that you should be looking at the past projects from the previous class. That's also in that same folder in class resources. And there's a series of MP4s here that I'm sure you've already looked at, but look at it again. You might want to refer to it when it comes to narration and sound effects and how motion works. So look at this for sure, so that you can find good inspiration to help guide you to what's best for you. And then just a quick reminder, if I want everyone to fill out your class evaluation surveys, it's a big help to the school. It's also a big help to me. I end up seeing the results and I see the comments. So please comment. Constructive criticism is always welcome. Please let me know how I can make the class better. I always want to do the best I can for everyone, and hearing from you guys does help me adjust what I do or how I approach the class, or the things that I focus on or the things that I don't focus on. So please do that. I'll remind you a couple more times, but I'm trying to get 100% participation so everyone has a voice in the class and has given feedback. So that's it. Good luck. I'm out here in the woods, but I'm also available anytime to check my email or my Slack if you need feedback from me, if you need any direction, and I'll be happy to help or direct you to JC or Malvika if it's a techie thing. So good luck, everybody, and I'll see you guys on Thursday.